जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम श्री राम जय राम।
एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले। फिर सुख तन मन की पिसार के काम, फिर प्रेम में सब कुछ मार के काम। फिर सुख तन मन की पिसार के काम, फिर प्रेम में सब कुछ मार के काम। एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। एक बार नाम हरि का ले। फिर सुख तन मन की पिसार के काम, फिर प्रेम में सब कुछ हार के काम। फिर सुख तन मन की पिसार के काम, फिर प्रेम में सब कुछ हार के काम। वह जन्म मरण के साथी है, वह जन्म मरण के साथी है। तू प्रभु को अपना बना तो सही, बना तो सही। एक बार तू नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तू हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। बार तो नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। तू गोविंद गोविंद गाए जा, हरि नाम की धुन तो लगाए जा। तू गोविंद 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 गाए जा, हरि नाम की धुन तो लगाए जा। तू गोविंद गोविंद गाए जा, हरि नाम की धुन तू लगाए जा। प्रभु रह न सकेंगे आएंगे, प्रभु रह न सकेंगे आएंगे। शरणागत हो तू बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। एक बार तो नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। है दयाल हरि, है कृपाल हरि, तू याचक होकर आ तो सही। एक बार तो नाम हरि का ले, एक बार तो हरि को बुला तो सही, बुला तो सही। एक बार तो नाम हरि का ले।
राम जय राम, जय जय राम ओम। श्री 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 राम जय राम, जय
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Harivam, Pranam Swami.
Pranam, pranam.
Namaskaram Swamiji.
Namaskaram, namaskaram.
Very well, Pranam Swami.
So we were in the 10th chapter, Solitude, a must for sadhana. Solitude, an opportunity to consolidate the gains from the spiritual journey. Remind ourselves often of the purpose of resorting to solitude. Perseverance is the keynote of success. Realizing the indwelling reality leads to the realization of the all-pervading reality. So as a spiritual aspirant or a sadhaka, resorting to solitude, observing silence, taking to inward journey. When we develop this intensity, the methodology will come out by itself, by trial and error. Which method will enable the thoughts to get quelled? We may have to employ so many methods. First, whatever we have heard, whatever we have read, we will apply, but still it will be turbulent. So we try. One day, something will emerge. So the guidance from outside has got limitation. But inward journey alone can bring out a methodology that is suitable to the characteristic of one individual.
What was Papa's state after meeting Ramana Maharshi, say before that and then after the days in the cave? Did he advance or did he have full realization on 1922, December 27th, 1922?
He has not mentioned anything about that. So from Papa's teachings, what we understand is, when God, the indwelling reality, wants us to move towards Him, He arranges some outer situations. So in his case, on 27th, from 1920 to 1922, he prepared him well and then pushed him out, and then one by one, he was able to leave everything. And by the time we reached Tiruvannamalai, he was absolutely free from all possessions, and reliance on God became almost full. And at that time, he took him there. And when he met him, he did not ask for anything, only want your blessings. So he mentioned it as passionless look of tenderness. This is the word he used. And then he went back. Not that immediately he went for solitude. A particular portion the Maharaj here stands before thee, a humble slave, Have pity on him. His only prayer to thee is to give him thy. The Maharshi, turning his beautiful eyes towards Ramdas and looking intently for a few minutes into his eyes, as though he was pouring into Ramdas his blessings through those orbs, shook his head to say that he had blessed. A thrill of inexpressible joy coursed through the frame of Ramdas, his whole body quivering like a leaf in the breeze. O Ram, what a love is thine. There also, Maharshi, the individual is taken out. This is very important. Through that form it delivered. So that is why through the personal to the impersonal, through the personal to the impersonal, through the personal to the impersonal, Papa was always connecting himself. O Ram, what a love is thine, bidding farewell to the Mahatma, the Sadhu Ram and he returned to Goldsmith's residence, from where he went out. Now, at the prompting of Ram, Ramdas, desiring to remain in solitude for some time, placed the matter before the Sadhu Ram. There you will not find any mention about Maharshis, no. We people can add, that's all. He has not said. So that means God is preparing at one stage, and then he was prompted to go to the solitude for nearly a month. And that was the first time he was going in solitude. So the message is that the more and more we rely on him, we become conscious of his facilitation. Even now he is giving, but we are not conscious of his facilitation. We attribute it to either ourselves, I have arranged it, or we attribute to persons or situations. We don't bring God into the picture. That is the crux. All of us are struggling, not that we do not know all these things, but again we get stuck to that individual, stuck to the object, stuck to the situation. Whereas the individual, objects and the situation have been caused by him.
But still, it is his state of Sahaja Samadhi. He realized that in a later date, or he again probably never talked about that happening at a particular time. Is that true? That the state of Sahaja Samadhi was something he claimed for himself, correct?
The state of Sahaja Samadhi.
Who?
Papa. Papa attained at that time, isn't it?
Whether Papa attained, that time he has not mentioned.
But he has written that was the first flash of universal vision.
He has not mentioned Sahaja Samadhi.
Sahaja Samadhi, no.
No.
So he said first flash of universal vision.
That first flash. Then the question is?
So, there are two different things, is it? I presume Sahaja Samadhi is a state where you start seeing...
Sahaja means always, The one you get it, you will never lose it. No.
Okay.
It's a state from which you cannot fall.
If we remember right, we don't know how far we have remembered it right. After 89 or 90, when we were, both of us, when Puja Swamiji we were talking about his old experience or something like that. One day he said, that means after Swamiji joining here, so it must be in 50s. One day Papa was going to the steps and Swamiji was with him. At that time Papa said, now it is full. Now it is full. So then we asked Swamiji, according to us, that fullness has come to him in 27th December. According to him, the fullness has come when he was in Kasaragod Ashram. According to us, he has fullness when he came to Anand Ashram. But why do you say that after 30 years? Then he said, in the last vestige of, he must have felt it, that it is now full. So the journey from 99 to 100, I think it takes a lot of time. That is, we take it. And then when we keep on doing some research, we found that even after coming here, Papa was resorting to fast and observe. That means what? So the journey from 99 to 100 might be a little longer, might be a little longer, we don't know.
That must be the most difficult time.
So how toughest it is, and probably to make others understand, Papa would have said, now it is full. When we asked, Swamiji said, yes, nobody can say that, only that person can say whether it is full or not. We are all viewing it from outside. So Sahaj Samadhi means, who? He has to declare Sahaj Samadhi. So these were all, what you call contributory factors which enabled him to scale the heights. And everything has to come from within. He was not attributing to anything outside. Even when he met Gandhiji, you might remember the first touch.
1920.
Yeah, he is not going.
From there, Google Meet is also gone off. I'll switch it on again.
This particular word, we are trying to understand the Mahatma's words through our own limitation, limited in it. That we should know that. See, in the course of Ramdas's life, prior to his meeting the Guru, he had been awakened off and on by contacts with some dynamic personalities, Dynamic personalities, then coma. Though he had not felt that any power from outside had done it. This normally our tendency is to attribute the person and get stuck there. He was right from the beginning, God had made that clear to him. I am coming through that form. So through that, very clear, dynamic personality, though he had not felt that any power from outside had done it, the awakening had taken place within him. Ramdas once saw Gandhiji in Mangalore from a distance. A strange influence from him changed Ramdas's outlook, and his mind started going towards God. The first touch was from Gandhiji. That also has been facilitated by him. That is, he was not personally attached to anybody.
And Mataji also, she would always say she was led from one person to another, but it was the same guru in a different way.
Later on.
So that was...
Later on, she said so many gurus. But at the same time, Mataji developed attachment to the form of Guru, Papa. Then Papa diagnosed and then could say that no, this is not going to help you. So he gave a Section 144 order. You will not see, you will not talk, you will not garland, you will not do anything. And that made her to go within. And a very touching letter she wrote from Kasargod. Unless and until Krishnabai sees Ramdas within, she will not see you. And Papa said, come. So then later on we find in all her address, she was addressing the Nirguna Nirakara Papa. The whole confusion for us came because for both, she was using the word Papa. Because we could not understand. This is also Papa. So very difficult for us to understand. And very difficult. Because we have, in our mind, Papa means this figure. Unless and until we go deeply into her teachings, Nirguna Nirakara, her definition of Papa is Nirguna Nirvikara Nirakara Shashwata Ananda Swarup. Nameless, formless, attributeless, eternal, blissful state.
All pervading.
All pervading. And she says,
Hello, Swamiji.
you will be.
Because the word itself, Guru or God in the kind of external help to the
Eh?
Yes. The word itself, Guru or God in the externality, inspiration,
100% எடுத்துக்கணும். How will we start? How will we start?
Okay.
So we get started because God arranges an outer guru to, and then what we unknowingly do is we don't go further there.
Correct. Okay, sir. Good.
Papa Mataji is in everybody's heart, God is in everybody's heart, you are in everybody's heart. We forgot about that. We got stuck with Papa Mataji. So here the thrust is always given to the Nirguna aspect. And Mataji, what did she do? Many of you might be knowing, so many times we have repeated. You must know, Mataji says, these are all Mataji's words. We have put the word God so that an outsider cannot understand that. You must know who Papa is. Papa is Nirguna Nirakara Shashwata all-pervading existence. You can get some idea of Papa's Swarup if you stand on an open ground and look at the sky. The space where there is nothing between the earth and sky can give you an insight into Papa's all-pervading existence beyond all names and forms. Though his Nirguna Swarup cannot be compared to anything, to give you some idea, I would say that it is like the vacant space between us, which is all-pervading. He cannot enjoy his bliss as Nirguna, but he should enjoy it. In order to do so, Papa projected himself as the entire universe and multitudinous beings and creatures. As the indwelling reality, Papa hides himself, and therefore all are not aware of his existence in them. In order to make them aware of it and to reveal himself in their hearts, our beloved Sadguru Papa came in human form to guide them. As the indwelling reality, beloved eternal Papa hides himself and therefore all are not aware of his existence in them. In order to make them aware of it and reveal himself in their hearts, our beloved Sadguru Papa came in a human form to guide them. It is possible to guide human beings. It is possible to guide human beings only through a human form. Therefore, the Guru, the Supreme Lord, comes in a human form to teach and guide humanity. In the beginning, said Mataji, there was only a vast, limitless, empty space, a great void. This void represented Papa's transcendental, eternal being. Such a being we had to realize within ourselves. Just as we could have an idea of what a man or an object was like by the shadow it casts on earth, likewise she was mentioning the void as representing him. That he was like the infinite space we could see all around when we were flying in a plane. In actuality, Mataji said, he was all this and far beyond. So what she was telling was merely an approximity to reality. like the shadow was to man. Now I shall explain to you what sort of sadhana our beloved Purushottam Papa had prescribed for me. He gave me the name of God, name of the Supreme Being. He asked me to keep the mind contemplating on Him, who is the Supreme Being, transcending everything, who has become everything, who is dwelling in our hearts, and asked me to pray to Him to reveal Himself in my heart. They should, whether this has come or not. He further instructed me to do whatever work that came to me as service to Him. Papa's eternal being that we have to attain is one of utter emptiness. Total void, like the vacant space around us. If we are to attain such a void, we should also become thoroughly empty within. Yesterday we were Papa said, Puja Swamiji said, nakedness of the soul.
Swamiji, is this not describing Adi Shesha?
Is this not describing?
Adi Shesha.
Huh?
What Adi Shesha? Describing Adi Shesha. Is it not describing Adi Shesha? What is Adi Shesha?
He's the void left, and all things are gone.
Oh.
Only he remains. Yeah. Same thing.
We can interpret. But here, it cannot be explained. Explanation can be had only through knowables.
That's the void.
So when you empty yourself, when emptying your knowable, how can it be described?
Isn't Lakshmana?
So he may make us to get a glimpse and enjoy, that's all. The moment we talk, it is not.
Swamiji, Swamiji,
Ah.
but to understand something, to grasp something, we have to take hold of a knowable, no?
Yes,
Through the knowable only we can go to the unknown.
that is why they give similes. Through the simile, we can try to understand the theory. Now, this flask is there in front of us. The flask, when we bring it, it is empty. Whatever you fill, we need a container to hold it. But the container is not influenced by any of the contents. Whether it is sweet, whether it is bitter, whether it is spicy, whether it is insipid, it will not complain. Void. So how can you say that now? Only through this way we can explain. What is not can be explained. What is cannot be explained. Shankaracharya tried his best and he brought that Nirvana Shadgam. Everything has been negated there. Everything. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani na aham. Na cha shrota jihve na cha grana netre. Na cha vyoma bhumi na tejo na vayu. Chitananda rupam shivoham shivoham. I am the consciousness absolute. Na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukkham, na mandram, na tirtam, na vedam, na yajnam. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhokta chitananda rupam shivoham shivoham. Na me dvesha ragau, na me lobha moho, mado naiva me naiva matsarya bhavam. Na dharmam, na chartam, na kamam, na moksham, chitananda rupam shivoham shivoham. All these are knowables. Na me mrityu shankha, na me jadi veda, pita naiva me naiva mata na janma, na bandhu, na mitram, gurur naiva shishya. Even the outer guru is also negated. So that is the method he employed after reaching certain. We cannot say this is that. So whatever we have understood, it can be removed, and what remains, remain there. What remains, bas. Inexpressible. Because if it is expressible, it is limited. Only that which has got limitation can be brought into the knowables. So we can only say it is like sky. Like, when you go to the beach, you see this space there. The mind cannot reach beyond the some line, we see that all. But suppose we take the steamer, there is no line there at all. So like that only it can be explained. He cannot be explained. If he can be explained, then he cannot become all pervading. The known and the unknown. These are all Mahatmas keep on telling that.
What is that?
Huh?
What did Auntie say?
Whoever experienced, they cannot say, they will not say. Whoever is saying, they have not seen. Because up to some stage it will be useful. Then whatever we have read, whatever we have seen, it has no value there. That is yesterday he said, you have to leave everything and go naked. So Mataji's one day we will
Very
take
difficult, Swamiji.
Very difficult.
It's very difficult.
uphill task.
Absolutely.
Swamiji said one day we'll take up what?
So when we keep
இந்த ஜென்மத்துல முடியுமா சுவாமிஜி?
முடியும்.
நீங்க சொன்னா சரி சாமி.
என்னத்தினால என்ன அவர் இருக்காரே கூட அதனால.
Swamiji, what did he say?
Whether it is possible in this birth.
And you reassured her. What about reassuring me?
It is when we say it is possible,
Yes, Swamiji.
why no? He is with us. That's the truth. So the only thing is whether it is possible to become aware of him or not. He is with us. He has been with us. Without him, we don't exist. The very breath we are hearing there. If contemplate, not deeply contemplate. It is you who breathes life into me. You who makes me walk, makes me think, who listens through me, speaks through me. So he has been with me. Whether I know him or not, whether I recognize him or not, whether I worship him or not, whether I deny him or not, whether I insult him or not, he has not left me. He can never leave me. So if somebody asks whether it is possible to realize, he is already there. Only thing is we are not aware of his presence. Proportionate to the intensity he gives us, we will start knowing his presence. And one day we will declare, that is why all of us can be highly optimistic. Because it is not something new. He is with us, he has been with us. The only thing is we are not aware of it. Our me and mind comes and stands before us, and it wants to take away the whole, the doership, ownership. It has been given to that. Power of attorney age, and the other day we said, because every moment he is reminding us, the breathing, the heartbeat, simple, very simple, verifiable truth. So the way to realize this, Papa brings it out in the outpourings. You'll see that, the second page. This is also another source, those who have in the cave outpourings. O Ram, what thy slave Ramdas should do or should not do must be determined by thee alone. He is bewildered, he is helpless, make him resign all to thee. after coming back from the first tour. Let him live, move, have his being in thee. Let him eat, drink, sleep, move, sit, stand, talk, think, look, hear, smell, touch, do everything in thy name and for thy sake only. All activities have been covered. O Ram, O Divine Mother, Ramdas is thine totally, completely, heart, soul, body, mind, everything, everything. So the answer also he gives, he is with me, he has been with me, I am not aware of him. How to make myself aware? We who feel we are all bhaktas, spiritual aspirants, what we do is unknowingly what we do is we limit this spiritual practice to certain time and certain practices in certain places. This we delete. This we unknowingly, we have Parayanam, Namajapam, Pujai, Darshanam, all those things we have listed, These are the times where we feel we get connected with the indwelling and all-pervading reality. And we have to watch whether it has helped us in knowing His presence. When we know that it has not helped us to know His presence always, then we look at this world. What is that Pralapan? Visarjan? What is the... Eh? Eh? That is why I am asking which chapter?
Ninth chapter.
Eh?
Fifth chapter.
Eh?
Anjamat.
Anjamat. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Number? 7 or 8? I think 8 and 9.
No, he is right. Naiva kinjit karomiti yukudo anyate tattvavid pashyan shrinvan sprishan jignan ashnan gachan swapan shwasan pralapan visrijan grinnan unmishan nimishan nabi indriyan indriyarteshu vartanda iti dharayan. A very important point. He must believe that he does nothing, even though seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, drinking, walking, sleeping, breathing, speaking, answering the calls of nature, grasping, opening or closing the eyes, holding it, that it is the senses alone that are moving among their objects. God does not do anything directly, but God's presence, the moment God is out, all these activities are there, not there. He is in the form of life force. So He is now demonstrating to us, 24 hours He is demonstrating His presence through the activities of these organs. Unfortunately, unknowingly, we have defined these are all spiritual activities. These are all worldly activities. As if spiritual activity is limited to that particular time, place, situations. But He is with us. So Papa here specifically says, so I am now thinking I am saying. Okay, you can say outside, but you should know you are seeing because He made you to see. I am hearing because He made me to hear. That much close He is. So if somebody asks, when can realize Him? He is very much with us. That is why it is called God realization. It is not something attainment. To realize His presence, to become aware of His presence.
Swamiji, ஒரு question Swamiji.
என்ன ஒரு-
God realization ரொம்ப பெரிய lofty இதுவா தோன்றது, but that means in piecemeal it is God awareness for in every activity. Is it correct?
Amam. Behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily it is He at play in all beings and creatures. And Papa said it is not easy. We have to pay the price. In the form of sadhana. And sadhana is to know that He is with us, within us. All that sadhana helps us is to become aware. If we are very clear about it, if we want to become aware of Him. I am chanting the name. How is it possible to chant if the life force is not there? If the sound is not provided? If the body is not provided? If the language is not provided? If the mantram is not provided? Have we done anything? So this we have to...
That means we have to be alert 24/7.
We need to be alert 24/7.
24/7. That is why the solitude is recommended for people like us who are not full-timers. Because that is the period where we try to bring all these. Because otherwise, now in this 1 hour, we are trying to understand something. Immediately, why we are not in a position to hold on? The moment we go out, our old me and mind comes. And it takes away all the impressions it has so far done, prioritizing, and we lose contact. After some days when we hear, yes, in that Satsang it was mentioned, that's all. It has become a memory, a knowledge, that's all. It is immediately...
But if you put it into practice, Swamiji, if you put it into practice...
To put it into practice, we must hold on to it, na? Something by which we get prioritized. Some homework every day. It gets assimilated into us.
I understand.
And the greatest hurdle, we don't know whether we are right in using that word, is that the mind feels that only through objectifying we will be able to move forward. Whereas it can never become a reality if we do that. Because it is not an object, it is the very subject. So in our case, those who have been following Papa's teachings, for others we cannot say anything. As far as we are concerned, we can say when we have been following Papa's teachings, when we go intensely into his teachings, we find that this constant hammering of this, that he is within, he is with us, he has been with us, he is with us, he has been with us. I am not aware of his presence. My entire sadhana is only to make us aware of him. And in order to support this effort, he is slowly revealing how through the very body, how through the mind, how through the various senses, he is getting activated. And he says the very effort you are making, it is only because of me. And Papa beautifully coined a word, pathless path. A path means from one starting point to the ending point, that's called path. Here the starting point and the ending point is the same. But we have defined this thing as a spiritual path. So yes, he said, okay, you can use, but it's a pathless path. So you start traveling, and finally when you reach there, it was there already,
Is it akin to that of a mirage?
It's like a mirage.
You can't say that. Because up to us now, there is a path. And we can declare that only when we reach there, no? The idea is we should know that nothing outside can take us to that goal. Nothing outside can take us to the goal because the goal is within us. Our effort is only to make us aware of it. At the moment, it is not aware. The me and mine is the veil, curtain. So previously, if this were told, we will not be able to gauge. But we have all now travelled. And then now when Papa revealed this, it might become clearer and clearer. If 20 years back or 30 years back or 40 years back, if this was told, we will not be able to regain it. Now we can start understanding what he meant. Thus speaks Ramdas when you take up. Previously when we were reading, it did not leave any impression. But now you see, he says, human life is a rare acquisition. Its purpose is to know the Atman, by knowing which you have nothing more to know. By knowing which you have nothing more to know. Everyone must realize that the divine is within him. God is within your heart. You are his embodiment. You are he, but you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil. That is sadhana. First God, everything else comes next. The mic. So now at least some clarity is emerging now. Nothing from outside can help us.
10%.
10%.
100%.
We have to go within. Whatever he has facilitated us from outside was only to make the equipment to go within. Because any spiritually realized soul or any shastras will give only this. Even after hearing it, even after reading it, even after going through certain discipline, we still feel that he is a distant reality. If that is the case, we try, all our known methods are taken out and we try to go within to know the unknown methods. It's very important for all of us. Especially those who have put in 30, 40, 50 years of sadhana. Papa goes directly into this. That we should know. Bluntly he will say, you will not. You must have a sadhana which is independent, not dependent upon external condition, form or environment. It is no good hanging on the external form of the Guru for all time. All sadhanas are intended to still the mind and finally eliminate it in order to become established in the self. The test of right sadhana is attainment of joy. There are many who are doing sadhana, they do not know why they are doing it. Their conception of God is very limited and narrow. They must have in the first place a right conception of God before they try to attain Him. So whenever we meet a saint or whenever we happen to go through his teachings, we take it, yes, it is useful. Useful for what? Useful to make our inward journey perfect. Because they are revealing this from their own inward journey. By hearing that inward journey revelation, we will not be able to. We don't have to go to anybody else, we are ourselves, when we were revamping the whole publication, ashram, then only we realized there are about 45 books now. Just think, Papa has written 4 books. In Quest of God, At the Feet of God, In the Vision of God, World is God. Then Papa's Satsang talks recorded by Krishnananda Swamiji, 2 volumes. Then when he went on foreign tour, Puja Swamiji recorded, and it says Ramdas speaks. Now it is named as Lectures of Swami Ramdas, 5 volumes. Then the diary, Gospel. Then so many. Then those were all compiled by devotees. Hints to aspirants, Thus Speaks Ramdas, Glimpses of Divine Vision, Sayings of Ramdas.
Poems was compiled by Shabai. Poems was compiled by Shabai.
Poems. Poems.
Stories.
Divine Life.
Gita Sandesh is there.
Divine Life, whatever he has written, it was all compiled and brought it into 2 books.
Gita Sandesh is there.
Huh?
Gita Sandesh.
Gita Sandesh was written by him. So just imagine, how many of us have gone through this? So he has shared his experience. Letters to Swami Ramdas 1 and 2. But it was compiled by devotees. So that in a platter everything is offered to a sadhaka. He can choose not to master all these teachings. He can choose to have his own methodology after consulting the various dimensions given by Papa. And one thing is 100% sure, that when we move on this direction, he will mysteriously lead us to everything that is needed. All that he wants is concentrate on the Nirguna Tattva, provided to us through Saguna Tattva, that's all. Because after a certain stage, this Saguna cannot help us. So we have to go within and find out our own method.
When Papa made Mataji sit for meditation, he said Papa can only help so far, and then within has to do the rest.
Yeah?
Papa also, when he made Mataji sit for meditation, he said Ramdas can help you only this far. Now the Guru within has to do the rest.
Correct. Because there everybody is left to know. Guru, everything. Vinobaji, on a lighter vein, he used to say bluntly that when we enter deep Guru becomes a hindrance, outer Guru, because it will take us out. When we are trying to go within, immediately you remember, Papa has said, immediately Papa's form comes and it's out. Purpose is to go within. So he says a stage comes when the outer Guru also stops coming. Because when we hang on to that form, it will prevent us unknowingly, not that we mean anything, but unknowingly what happens is we get stuck there, our traffic is blocked. You are coming to this room, somewhere that form comes, you go with that form. Your intention is to enter into this room, unknowingly. After reaching some stage, I wanted to enter. Again you try. It beautifully has mentioned. Stillness speaks. So this should become clearer to all of us. The very purpose of taking up in IQG is that he is placing before us the various revelations. And then we take as much as we can. And pursue, try. That is why he said perseverance is the keynote for success.
With a green smile, just like Papa.
Like with
Everlasting.
With a good, what smile? Uncle, what did you say?
Everlasting smile.
Everlasting smile, like Papa's.
As per
We get stuck there.
Yes.
That is smiling.
The real Papa we miss. Many decades back, what you said, it was welling up in our mind. So we will stand at the shrine. From the door we will look. And we were intensely praying. I don't want to see you, want to see your smile. You to experience this smile without lips. For minutes I used to gaze. Because the form takes away the smile. I again attribute everything to the form. But the smile is a revelation of your experience, which is impersonal. And if I have to get that, you must give me the feeling of your smiling.
Yes.
And the lips should not be there. The moment I think about the lips, I am back to your body. Opening before the where Swamiji's seat is there, no? There was no seat. So from there we look. There won't be any crowd. So at times we used to go and sit and see from there. Papa, I want you to make me feel your smile minus the lips. So we have to employ some method.
When I do Aradhana, Swamiji, when I do Aradhana, the smile just as a glint.
When I do Aradhana on the smile, then
when I did Aradhana in the same nagar, the smile went off. Glimpse of smile. Glimpse of smile.
when he was doing Aradhana in Premnagar, the glimpse of the smile came and went off.
That is right. That is right. He may give a flash and then withdraw. Then when he gives us a flash, we know there is there. So we have to now try to have that flash for a longer time. To go through Papa's teachings intensely, that is itself is and not because he is a democrat. He has given us full freedom. He wants us not to go follow him. He wants us to assimilate and go within in our own way. Such is the beauty of our master. There is no dogma thrust on us. So with such a guru, when we go through all his teachings are based on this, accommodating everything. It will be a joy. And he will take us to different types of revelations. We need not think, I don't have time to go through all these books. You don't have to. You will be taken to that course. And you will get registered and it will keep on inspiring you whenever there is a need. All that is needed is, like in any other field, intensity, earnestness, commitment. Among so many things we also want to develop, so this much progress only we can expect. There is some progress, no doubt. But if we want the full time, we have to withdraw from many things and concentrate on this. And here in Papa's case, because it is purely based on the Nirguna Nirakara Tattva, an extra struggle should also be there. Because our mind is used to this name and form. And the moment we open our eyes, we see that name and form. In his case, he was very clear. He was not. He was open for reading anything, but at the same time, all those things have got a limit in his spiritual sadhana. He leaves it and sits and then tries, And solitude, every now and then. Even in Kasaragod, every now and then going on for solitude, silence, water fast. It was not that immediately got this, no. Even after coming here in 1931, everybody was scared what will happen because the water fast only, So from Vittal Rao to Ramdas, from Ramdas to Swami Ramdas, from Swami Ramdas to the realized Papa, Suppose we don't get stuck anywhere and we reach the up, we move our direction towards the last one, we might get so many clarity. Realized. That will do. More about it tomorrow. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Why do we do like this? We are not aware of the base. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Normally we don't become aware of the base.
Intermittent phase.
The stillness.
Mysterious.
Silence.
Stillness. Fish.
So that is why we chant. It gives us some joy. But what what is ability, the base from which it comes. So why chanting or to preach? Usual chanting will be going on. At least for 5 minutes, we will do the slow chanting to become aware of the gap between the two mantras. Then that will lead us to something. That will lead us to something.
Please.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Pranam. Namaskaram, Swamiji.